nothing but quality. I guarantee it in my heart. Every beat complete with free shipping and handling. That's guaranteed.
All right, y'all. Another podcast episode. Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Yes, as you can see, another guest.
What's going on, y'all?
Okay, introduce yourself.
I'm Braxton. Is this podcast or what's up?
I mean, we are here, but at the same time, like, you know, there's stalkers out there. So I try to be keeping it mainly like university, college, but Belize definitely said the last one. I did not blur it out.
I heard that. I heard that.
So, hey,
Well, I'm a college student at a university somewhere.
maybe one that you know, maybe not.
Right, maybe. But I'm about to be a junior.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm majoring in mechanical engineering. And I'm also a musician.
So we have Braxton here today. Low-key, this is turning into like a partner podcast because I like having guests. But we have some good stuff to talk about today. One of them being, I'm also mechanical engineering major. And I also do music.
Yeah.
And we be in like the same classes.
Yeah.
Like same everything basically. So we're gonna get into it. But yeah, to start off, we're gonna do a little lighthearted question that I saw on Instagram from the Shade Room. This was back in May. But they posted, a church accidentally cashed out you $10K. You sending it back? Be honest.
Okay, so we were talking about this earlier, but for me, it's like, okay, is it a black church? If it's a black church, no. But also, what denomination? Because you know it'd be the mega churches.
And they be like majority black too.
Yeah,
which is like cool, but
it's weird because I read this, like, you know how they have like the little SAT things, the essays you got to read for it while you're taking the test. One of the ones I got was about mega churches, and it was like this white dude had founded it, and they were talking about how he basically got really rich off it, and it became like a big scam thing. So,
it does give scam because like at a certain point they're not even preaching, they're just like, you should do this and you should do that. I don't know, it's like self-help.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I feel like they're able to get so much money off it because it's so everything's stripped away from it. Anybody can kind of understand it.
They got merch.
Yeah, but the message
Tours.
is kind of lost in a lot of situations. So I don't know.
I think I would. When I first like thought of this question though, it's so funny because I did not think of it like in the context of like what type of church or what race the church is primarily. I was just thinking church.
Okay,
like
your
my
church.
like my definition of church, like what I would go to. So then I was like, nah, I can't. But then like I went to an Elevation concert, and like
Wait, what is that?
Elevation Worship, a mega church, which is like the white dude. Well, he's not white. Is he white? He is white. Hold on. We're pulling it up for the viewers.
Okay.
I'll put it on the screen. Yeah. Because they came to St. Louis. And they have a really good like worship team. It's like, where's images? It's like multi-generational, quote unquote. But
Oh my
the dude is
gosh.
white. Him.
Bro. Okay. I feel like all these mega churches, they're carbon copy because they be having the worship group. It'd be some black people on there to put that spirit in that music.
No, because the black dude at the performance, he was giving me life the whole time.
I'm
Like they can
sure.
all sing. Like I think is this girl right here. She's such a unique voice. They all have great voices, but it's like when you get to the black dudes, because there's like 2 or 3 of them. They definitely had their style. Like he had his more like you can tell based off their race like their style. Like he was doing more like his was more like rock and roll like like
He had a guitar or something?
yes.
Okay.
Head banging. They was all like,
Yeah, that's lit.
and then you know, like they had like the lights and stuff. It was giving a little bit like it's church anymore.
Okay, like
Or what-
concert.
Like these images have a little behind meaning.
Bro, see, that's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
I was like, when I was coming back from work today, I was listening to this gospel song. It's by like I think Kurgamia. I can't pronounce the first name, but it's community choir, and they're singing. I was just thinking about how like in black churches, it's like I'm not gonna say everybody can sing, but you would be a casual just person in the church and you can hop up in the choir for real.
Yo, that reminds me of what happened at Craig's church, but keep continuing.
But that's the thing I like about it, because it's like the music's very woven into the community. That's something that I like about the churches that I grew up in a little bit. But I also have my experiences with mega churches too. Them services are short. Love that. Get to leave.
Yeah.
So it's a price to pay in both directions.
Yeah.
But what about that money though?
I would take it from Elevation.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, y'all. But I would definitely take it.
They got a whole logo.
Literally. Yeah, I would take it from mega church, and I think I would take it from this is so bad. But I would take it from a church that doesn't suit me.
Okay.
Or a church is that's so bad. Religion is up to you. But if it goes against my God, I'm taking the money.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm have to repent because God don't want me to do that. But
That's so wild. I don't know, because I feel like the other thing that wasn't on the tweet was, will they know or not? 'Cause
Right.
It's also going to change it too.
because Elevation or whatever, or even Transformation. You know Transformation?
Mm-mm.
Man. Okay, he's a mega church, but I like him, Loki. And you know who Tim Ross is?
No.
Tim Ross, he's one of my favorite pastors. I'll pull him up first because he doesn't preach anymore now. He has a podcast. But this is Tim Ross.
Okay, cool.
That's him.
Is that his wife?
Yeah, right.
Turn up.
Right there.
Yeah, I love that.
And I think she's Afro Latina or something like that. Don't quote me on that, y'all.
Yeah, don't
But
quote us on anything we
she-
say.
She is of Black and Spanish descent, or mainly Spanish, I think. Transformation Church, but this is a mega church who's run him, Mike Todd. That's his wife. And I like their sermons. It is going in the direction towards self-helpy.
Okay.
But I don't think that's always a bad thing. He does still read the verses. He does still try to explain it, but people have their things on him. He had a whole controversy a year ago too.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Someone with the spit or some.
Spit?
Yes. Wait, Transformation Church.
Spit.
Right. Just look it up. Damn. Oh yeah.
Oh, he spit on somebody?
I think he had the spit. He was rubbing it. Or something like that. They said disgusting.
Oh no.
What does it say?
What was I need the context of
him
the
rubbing
message.
spit on church members' face going viral. He was doing some message, and then that was a part of the message, and people was that was very unnecessary. What were you doing?
That's facts though, because
because you didn't have to rub spit on him.
I feel if you're, for my perspective, looking at it with no context, it's kind of giving Colt a little bit. Spit.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
No, I would not.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I got up on that stage, do not rub spit on me.
Yeah.
But he just gave away I think $1 million, $250,000 some churches around the world. So I'm you got money.
Yeah.
You're not gonna notice the 10K.
Yeah. That's not that big.
And it depends on where the 10K, because I'll take from not tithes. I'll take some offering for 10K, because that tithe. Well, maybe tithes. I don't know, because tithes is going back into the church, quote unquote, back into the church.
Right.
That could be people's paycheck. What if I just said I'm getting paid?
That's facts. I just
That's
did some work allegedly.
Yo, what was that in Beef? I think it was. I don't know if Beef was on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, but that show, the dude was taking money from the church. He got involved, was on the choir and stuff and all that, but he was just trying to get money. Low key.
I mean,
and he was oh yeah, I have this project and I need you to fund it.
Oh, so he just ran off.
Yeah, he was trying to take the money.
Churches aren't taxed, so I feel especially the bigger ones, they can get so big, fiscally, they can have so much money because they don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But amen.
But yeah, and on the topic of Craig's church, right? We had went to. It was an experience, and
okay,
they had fell off because the pastor had passed away, so they're trying to find a new pastor. So they're just now getting back into it. So there's not very many people, and it's real community, all the churches in there. Yeah, all the church, and it was older.
Okay,
but all the churches around there could literally combine and still have a small church. But we went there and they was doing testimonies at one point. The new pastor is still older, so like he's dragging it.
Oh, okay.
Too much.
Yeah.
But then he's like, yeah, this is time for testimonies. And I tell you, like, it was like 6 to 7 people. And everybody who stood up sang a song before they testified.
What?
Most of them could sing, but then we got to people who couldn't. I'm like, why are you still, why is this a requirement? I literally texted, like, Amarion and Craig. I was like, yo, is it a requirement to sing before you testify? Because Craig didn't. But everybody else was just, like, got up and started singing the song. And I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot. I don't know if I could sing. Like
just
at church.
No, I'm getting up. Sorry, I'm not singing.
Yeah, I'll just say my little piece and then sit back down. I don't know. That's cool though. I feel like that's another thing. Like the church services and then also the funerals. Like they have that similar thing going on. Cause I feel like in my experience, it's been like there might be, they have like a space where you can get up and talk, and then like 30 people get up and talk,
and it'd be like 2 minutes,
right?
And it's never 2 minutes.
And then you want to sing a song. I'm like, come on now. You didn't even know them like that. I'm like, oh, no.
Nah, I can't. All right. Well, let us know in the comments below. Or, like, if you're on audio, let me know in one of my social medias what y'all would do.
Right.
Because I know what most of y'all would do.
Right.
Anyway.
In 10K, I'm chilling for a long time. 10K? Yeah.
Well, a long time?
a long time in college terms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, that's probably like a couple months.
What?
In life today.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Life got a lot more expensive this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should that be next topic?
Possibly.
Because, yeah.
I don't know. Just like the summer in general?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's a good topic.
That could be like that in internships.
Facts.
I don't know why this don't want to move like that, but
I was trying to move mine too.
Yeah, because Jay pointed it out like that. Once this moves like a certain amount this way, it just like falls.
Oh, okay.
So,
thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
Man.
Because see, it just be like leaning.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I guess I'll start my summer. So I had gotten this internship last minute because everybody was playing. Because we were sophomores and they wanted primarily juniors, seniors, everybody who had this experience. We barely did any mechie stuff up to this point.
Barely.
So I found this internship on campus. I'm like, okay, that's convenient. I decided I'm not going home. I have like another on campus job that Braxton helped me get. We gotta talk about that.
Right.
Yeah.
But please, nobody from the gym watch this podcast.
No, for real.
I'm about to get real. No, I'll play.
Bro. But it's basically like a summer camp where I'm teaching like STEM to kids. So it's like YouTube production or like Minecraft, Roblox, 3D printing, like all that type of stuff, like graphic design. It's really whatever. But I was like, okay, this is cool. They talk about like $600 a week. Mm-hmm. But then we get there, it's like we have these rooms. Next day, oh, actually we don't. So move everything out of the rooms and put them in the own, like, I'm gonna cut that out.
Okay.
But and like that multi-purpose room, we're in there in one classroom. And originally we had like 5 or 6 classrooms.
Everybody in there?
Every camp. YouTube production, we're filming videos. It's loud. Kids are rowdy. We have TV set up. They're looking over at the other kids.
And it's kids.
It's
small
kids.
Space. You finna get sick. I'm sorry.
I was sick like last week.
Okay, see, that's the other thing. Because I did summer camp stuff last summer and the summer before. And the summer before that.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of kids stuff. I was getting sick.
Yes.
Yeah, you might get sick.
Mm-hmm. So like it was cool. Like I literally don't do much. Like they give us the curriculum. It's not hard. It's like 6 to 14-year-olds. So it's not like I can literally not look at the curriculum and just teach it that day. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of downtime. It's a lot of just like playing with kids. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, it depends on enrollment. So if the enrollment's low, not everybody gonna be working. Then it's like, why'd you hire this many people?
Right.
When you could have just hired like the exact amount that you needed.
When you really didn't even know what your enrollment was gonna look like.
Exactly. And then they were like, yeah, it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. It hasn't gone up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, we're just like real low this year. How come this year you're low? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Then it's like, I haven't worked the past 2 weeks. I work next week. Two.
That's so okay.
Because at first I thought they could only not schedule like, they could schedule like off 1 week, but like they couldn't do it 2 weeks in a row. Now I hear that they can do it 2 weeks in a row, but not 3. I'm
it
like,
sounds
all
like
right.
they're changing the rules and just telling. Okay, that's the biggest thing. I feel like there are things that I knew before I came to college, but I didn't understand. These companies, it's people. So they be lying. They
didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, we had a thing where like we're supposed to work 8 to 5 Monday and Friday, and then 8 to 4 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So then we get there at orientation. They're like, yeah, so the director's like, yeah, so it's 8 to 4 every day. And we keep asking them like, so it's 8 to 5 on Monday and Friday, right? They're like, what are you talking about?
Right.
And we're like, what we signed on the contract? They're like, we don't know anything about that. So they need to talk to the site manager. And the site manager didn't know. She'd have talked to HR, and they're like, oh, yeah, like it does say that. And they didn't even have nothing for us to do till 5. So, like, when we be there till 5, we just be doing shit.
It's that extra hour, though.
Yeah.
Shoot. So
Yeah.
are y'all hourly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Good.
Basically. And then we have, like, extended time. So, like, you can sign up for, like, 1 day a week to stay till 5:45. Or, like, if you have a private lesson with a kid, then you'll be staying however many days, like, they have the private lesson, you'll be staying till 5:45.
Okay.
So, like, there's ways that you can, like, try to make more money. And there's, like, a call-in system. So it's very bad, too. Because it's, like, if somebody calls in sick, then whoever's, like, on call-in, they call you, like, hey, can you come in?
Right.
And, you know, I'm not far. So, like, I did that, like, twice, like, last week. So I got a little bit of money since I wasn't working. But it's like, you want me to wake up at 7 a.m. every day and wait for you to call me?
Right.
Because
For the
it
money
was
that I need to pay my rent.
Exactly.
That's evil.
And it was like 3 people last week that called out. So it was like everybody was getting sick. And then somebody called out like yesterday. They was sick. And I'm like, oh, I have a shift like with my other job. So I
Right.
can't like teach this whole class this whole day because I have to leave early. And it's very inconvenient. I'm like, bruh. And then they're talking about like, since you're teaching one class all week, like, oh yeah, if you want a day off, we might just like not schedule the whole week because we don't want them to like have inconsistent. No. Schedule me every other day except
But
for the
you
day
can
that
call
I
me.
don't need.
But you can call me, ask me to come in on a single day where somebody calls out.
Exactly.
But I can't call. Yes, the thing.
It's weird.
It's that exploitation in reality, like, and that's something that I knew but I didn't understand. 'Cause, I don't know. It's different. Like, I worked a lot in high school and stuff, but it was just different. It was little high school work. You come in, you know what I'm saying? I was in a position where I didn't have to work every day, so it was. But when you at work every day and you need that money,
like,
yeah,
y'all playing with me.
they
at this
start
point.
acting funny.
And it's like, okay, so the gym job that he helped me get, we have to put our availability in like 2 weeks in advance. Like, you put your preferences in. But this job, we're supposed to get notified every Wednesday if we're working the next week. So they send out a Google form on Tuesday, like, rank the camp that you want to work. Then by Wednesday, we're supposed to know.
Okay.
It has never been a Wednesday so far. It's always been Thursday. They're always late because our site manager has to apparently talk to HR. I sent her a long behind email yesterday saying, why can't we just send out a mass, like Google Sheets or Excel or whatever, get everybody's preferences for the whole entire camp, send that to HR. Y'all know how many camps y'all have each week, and y'all know how many people you need to teach the camps. So why can't you give us a rough estimate-ish?
Right.
And I know, like, you have more employees, whatever, but it should be rolling. So if I'm going to not work every 2 weeks, I should know, like, I'm going to work 4 weeks, and then these 2 weeks I'm not working. Then I'm going to work like, it should be like that. She basically said, this is how they've done it for years. They're not going to change it. I know it's bad, but I know that you didn't work last week, so that's why you're working this week, and that's all I can give you. I'm like, girl, what?
Yeah. That's messed up. And then I feel like you'll present them something that'll be easier, and they just don't want to go through the effort of changing what they're doing. It's like, come on now, y'all.
Yeah. So that's been my summer. But I'm gonna let you talk about that, and then we can talk about the gym.
Okay. My summer, I was on the same time. I started applying to stuff, I think, like, on the second half of the semester. It was very stressful. Shoot.
We was in class like not
Yeah,
even paying attention. We was just applying.
That was the most stressful part of the semester because it was like I was working a whole bunch too. But
Yeah, you was.
Yeah.
Like every time we got a class, I got a shift.
yeah, addicted. But I ended up getting an offer to work at a like a manufacturing company in like the area that's close to school, and it's been cool. I definitely they've definitely been trifling, but it's different because this place is like it's outside of the city, so it's a little bit more like boonies adjacent a little bit. Kind of reminds me of home a little bit. So it's like, and then also the type of people that work there, like they're white, older, type stuff. But it's also a factory as well. So it's like that combination. So it's been cool because I like to be able to like work at my desk and then also go out on the floor and do stuff. But at the same time, it's a factory, so there are a lot of moving parts, and everybody complains about everybody else. It's very negative, and I don't really like that necessarily. But it's been good experience. I just think like working for bills and stuff, it becomes different because then if your job is kind of acting funny, it's like, okay, what am I about to do? Because I'm slick about to hop back on the second job wave because I need some money. I need some more money.
Like I hit up my campus job, like for the dining hall, and I was like, yeah, so when's the quickest y'all can get me in here? And the funny part is, like, if I do work that job, I'm definitely gonna see my managers because they come to that dining hall. The one downstairs, they come to here.
You
to
talking
get
about
their
at the
food.
gym? For okay.
Yeah, it's for my internship. The kids come here to get lunch.
It's gonna be hey.
Hey.
Well, you should have scheduled me for more hours.
Right.
Hello.
And like when you break down the whole 600 a week thing, it's like $13.50 an hour. It's very much teacher's pay.
Yeah, so
not even teacher's
good.
pay. This is like assistant teacher, like little kid pay.
Yeah.
But the dining hall be paying 15 and 16 after 6. So I'm like, I could do way less and make way more.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like, especially being like Mechie, it's like you on one hand it's like get experience, but then it's also earn money, and you have to like choose between the two a lot of the time. Because with the internships, like you're completely at their mercy because you're depending on them to basically start your career. So for me, it was like when I was applying to stuff, I tell them, okay, my start date I want it to be May 15th, but you need to hit me back before May, month before May, month and a half before. Tell me why I'm still getting stuff from companies now. Oh, we liked your application, but we actually unfortunately are going to go with another candidate. I applied with y'all in October or something.
Literally last year.
I'm like, what? What is going on?
Literally. Like it'd be 6-7 months later. Like, do you think I really still?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you end up having to apply to 100 things, and two of them ones they're gonna get back to you. So it's crazy.
Yeah. Was that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because this gym. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So I guess you can start because you don't even work there no more.
I do not. I do not.
I currently work there.
Okay. The gym, for me, it was very convenient for like the place in my life that I was at that time because I didn't have a car. I needed to work, so having a job that I could walk to was very convenient.
Yeah.
Then they have this app with the similar scheduling stuff you were talking about. You can go in, if somebody drops a shift, boom, you can just pick it up on your phone. I got the notifications turned on. Oh, yeah. It's 6 a.m. I get a ding on my phone. Okay. Might as well go to work because I'm not doing anything.
6 a.m. is crazy, too. Braxton will be up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to this shift. I'm like, yo, you better than me because I can't even wake up for our 10 a.m.s.
No, because it had me so tired, like in the evenings and the afternoons and stuff. And I'd be waking up tired. But I don't know. I think for me, it was a combination of things. I think they are trifling. And then also it was like I wanted to work as much as possible. So it was like I was there all the time. I feel like that job is meant to be part-time. Like you're meant to come in 2 days a week.
Yeah, I love because I can't even see myself.
Mm.
But I love when I'm not closing, so I can just like all the weights
Leave.
and stuff.
Yeah.
They be like, rearrange it.
Not my problem.
Or like,
Bye.
Or I'm like, I'm putting the laundry and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not folding this.
Yeah. But this is the thing with me though. So I was there. It was like I was going to work. Mind you, the shifts they're short.
Yeah, they're
So
odd.
I was on average, like I could pull up my schedule. It's two a day at least, maybe 3. When you're in there all day, you got to do all the work.
Mm-hmm.
And did not think about that. So it was like, okay, clean this, move this, blah, blah, blah. Especially when I see these white people coming into work and they're just kind of sitting at the counter, at the desk. I'm like, okay.
And I feel like the position downstairs should be paid more.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really I like being down there more now because, like, they don't be talking to you as much.
Mm-hmm.
And at least, like, it's not that active, but sometimes you be bored.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be active than just sitting there just staring at people work out.
That's facts.
Or like trying to find something on my phone to watch, and I don't even want to watch it for real.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. Working over the summer, I don't even know because you don't have no schoolwork. That's the thing. I was doing my homework in there. That was the other helpful thing. But actually, you was talking about them coming to talk. The managers. Oh,
Bruh, they love. Okay, why was the manager who be upstairs? She was talking to this like newer worker who I think his first shift was like last week.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even in uniform, but they were talking for like 2.5, 3 hours, like basically my whole shift. Like, and there was a girl like up there doing the shift.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, is he even clocked in or like is
Just
he about to be a manager or something? Like,
I'm
what are y'all
what's
doing?
what are y'all plotting?
Literally.
Oh, but this is the thing for me. So a couple things. One, right when I started working, they started that new policy. They have people coming in the building. They have to wear like a certain type of bracelet. Mm-hmm. And that was to crack down on people from other schools who were coming in who weren't students, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And I always be like, why do you want to come here? Like,
Hey,
because you got to
man,
pay a day pass every time.
that's what I'm saying. So for me, it's like if I was somebody just here in St. Louis and the gym was there and I could get in it for free because I knew somebody who worked there, the gym is nice. They got the volleyball courts. They got the good weights, all that stuff. So for me, I was like, that's not really none of my business. If you want to come in, like, I'm not necessarily going to help you come in, but that ain't got nothing to do with me for real.
No, for real.
But this is the real issue. When they started to be like, okay, can you help kick this person out of the building? Some of the most uncomfortable.
It is very uncomfortable. Even like, I see somebody on the fitness floor wearing something that's not appropriate. Go tell them like to stop working out, or like, do you have something else to wear, or like you can't wear this. It's so like I have to. Okay.
For real.
Or like they'll be like, oh yeah, can you do this? And if you need me to, I'll come down and help. Yes, come down and say it.
Yeah, that was the thing
I'll
I
just
had to
stand
learn.
there.
Because for me, it's like I have an issue with telling people no. Because I'm gonna do it by myself if I can. Like that's just my personality. But especially like as a person who like looks like this, a black man, like they'd be like, okay, Braxton, can you come get this? Like I'm the bouncer because I look like this. I'm like, I feel uncomfortable. Like, can you go get the person who's qualified to do this, the manager who's 26, pushing 30, works here for real for their career to escort somebody from this. And then the other thing too is that it kind of became like a racial dynamic thing as well, because sometimes the people who would be in the gym who weren't supposed to be in there were black. And it's like, dang, this campus does not really want black people on here. And really the only reason I'm here is because I was able to get in through all this other stuff that ended up happening for me because of, just my life. But it's just so it just felt really bad to basically be operating as like an arm of our campus, like pushing black people off this campus. And one of the managers used a specific phrasing of they don't deserve to be in here. And that just made me sick to my stomach. Because
like obviously they're not trying to like, they say they're not trying to profile people or whatever, because like we say this because we black people, but I feel like if there's other races, they would do the same for like their race respectively. But it's like, I remember one day when then they be having the wristbands and all that. Go check it to see, look if everybody's wearing a wristband.
Walk around the floor.
And you have to walk around the floor like every 30 minutes doing that or laundry or rearranging the weights or rounds or counts.
I'm like,
so it's like people just looking at you like, why do you keep walking around here? And
looking
then
at me,
and then
me.
and then when you like,
yeah,
and then we have to like talk to people about certain stuff. Then people look at you like, oh, is they finna come talk to me? It's like, dang, like they can't even enjoy working out.
Yeah.
Because like they don't even know what I'm doing right now. And I'm not trying to be all in y'all work. I don't care.
Literally.
Do what you gotta do.
Literally. Just don't break nothing.
Literally.
But I mean, it's not that hard.
Literally. But I remember one day, one of our acquaintances, because I don't really like know him like that, but he was in the gym and his friends had snuck in and whatever. and then they told me,
I know same thing happened.
Yeah, they told me, oh
person.
yeah, you want to walk with me so we have to, escort them out. And then our manager for downstairs, sorry y'all might have missed a little bit, but I'll put the audio in there with like a funny clip or a meme. But yeah, our downstairs manager was like, yeah, like we just want to let them know, like you can come here. It's just you have to pay.
You have to pay $25.
20, 30, 50, 200. Yeah, because everything is expensive.
Facts.
But so we go over there, and then she's like, yeah, like you don't have the wristbands. You can't. They're like, can we just finish the game? No, you can go upstairs, get the stuff, then finish the game. So they ain't doing that. I'm just sitting there. And then he looking at me, and he give me that eye,
right,
like the black eye,
this.
like, are you really, like, do you really have to do this? I'm like, I'm not even doing this for her. Don't think I told her.
Just work here.
Don't think I said something.
Right. No, I know exactly who you're talking about because I did the same thing.
Because managers, if you're watching this, I don't do this, so don't even think I do. But don't even ask me about it, for real. But
for real.
When they be like, check the wristbands, like I glance, but half the time people run, or like everybody's just moving. I'm like, how am I can't see that much. I can't. So I'm glancing. Wristband.
Possibly. Oh, that looks kind of like a rare, maybe.
Especially when they playing basketball.
And I'm not gonna stop
over here
you.
looking at y'all hands like this. Like,
give me your hand. Let me see it real quick.
Everybody stop. Like, I'm not doing all that. So I'm glancing and I'm gonna walk away.
Facts.
And it's like when they be telling me stuff, and then like they told me this dude was wearing jeans at the squat rack the other day.
The jeans.
I walked over there. I'm looking. I'm like, where's the jeans at? Then they're not jeans, but they're like the cargo shorts type of. I'm like, do you have another pair of pants? They said like you can't wear those on the equipment. He was like, I was like, yeah, they said they were jeans. He was like, they're not jeans. And I'm like, yeah, they don't look like jeans to me. And then he's like, no, I don't. I'm like, well, I'm like, don't get caught.
Right. Just
make it quick, because if they see you
where
again,
they avoid those areas.
If they see you again, they gonna tell me to come up here again.
Right. And then you're gonna have to leave.
And then he came up to the desk. He was like, so they really like said like these are jeans. Like, I was like, yeah, it's for safety. But yeah, as long as they're not jeans. He was like, yeah, they're not jeans. Like,
right.
I was like, I know,
but
and I know it's inconvenient, and I'm trying.
But
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Nah, I be trying to keep it real short and sweet.
Facts. This is the other thing. I just want to go back to those wristbands one more time because what it creates is a situation where you're putting an unnecessary amount of pressure on the people who are working for you in the company. It's indicative of like a lack of care. And in reality, when you could have just thought of a different way to enforce that policy. For example, there's one entry point to the gym. In reality, them big ass those big glass doors. Yeah, you got to walk past and swipe your card. That should be the only way that people are able to get into the gym.
Because they be saying like especially when you have to go all the way across to like check those other courts. Like, yeah, and people try to sneak it through this door. So why is it unlocked?
Right.
Why does it have swipe access?
Right.
Like,
why doesn't it have swipe access?
Talk to Washu about that.
So I'm like, now we're in here playing mall cop, basically. Shoot. Hey, man, I'm 19, 19, 20 in here doing this when really isn't that? And I'm not even, so it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I was there for the incident that sparked that wristband stuff because there was a person in there who they thought didn't go to school there. He was walking around and he was saying things that didn't make sense. And they ended up having a call. escort him out the building. After that, they was like, yeah, we gonna get the wristbands. But I'm like, okay, what if somebody else comes up in here and they have maybe bad intentions? So I'm gonna come up to them and try to get them to leave? Nope. Hey man, my parents taught me to safeguard myself. So I'm just gonna pass it off to the manager, the authority.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that job is a whole hoot and a half.
They be funny. And like on the days where people do be sneaking in, or like after somebody try to sneak in, they're like, oh my goodness. Or like high traffic days, quote unquote, where like it's people who are members there, but also people who are not. But like then they get up out of nowhere and take their walkie. And I'm like, oh my God.
I'm like, y'all.
They come back and like, yeah, I thought somebody was sneaking in. I'm like, y'all are paranoid.
Right. And it just like, I'm like, y'all, done. You're just pressed.
And now they have like this policy because like apparently something happened with like the upstairs where they can't have like two of us. It has to be like us and like a lead or us and like a manager.
Okay.
So then like the managers had to start staying till closing. Also because we weren't quote unquote we weren't closing right because the weights have to be here. There has to be this many. There has to be So then they will be there from like 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m. Like this is your life.
For real. And then the other thing too is like, see, I'm glad that wasn't working whenever they started that policy, because when we was closing, like we knew how to do it right, but also we knew how to do it quick. So it was like, do it and get out. And I feel like that's not really as possible when you have a manager there and they're trying to get everything. Oh, can you clean this real quick before we go?
They be like, I'm gonna walk around.
Yeah.
And like check it before y'all leave.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you gotta change all these wipes or whatever. Or oh, these weights are not in the right place. Oh, there only should be 2 here. There's 3. I'm like,